Sending her out looks fat! Ah, bitch! Sending her out looks fat! Ah, bitch! Sending her out looks fat!
I always go down on you, but you don't ever go down on me.
It's just come out that New York City is losing tens of thousands. It's just come out that New York City is losing tens of
Do you think the governors can find this lady?
There is a quiet prison most men live inside.
College students have unlimited resources.
How do you quickly spot someone?
CNN got caught. So no wonder why our grocery prices are sky high right now. That's because a guy on TikTok that we're gonna watch some of his clips today found out that Walmart has been lying to us. So no wonder why our grocery prices are sky high right now. That's because a guy on TikTok that we're gonna watch some of his clips today found out that Walmart has been lying to us all along, people. Let's jump right into it.
Walmart. That don't weigh no 4.66 pounds. We'll use the scale. 2.37 pounds. They're ripping people, straight ripping people off. I'm going through every single one of these. Scammer.
All right, so that's James Rigg on TikTok, and his video popped up on my For You page not too long ago, and I started looking into this a little bit more, and I was like, this is crazy. How often do I go to Walmart and I'm actually checking to see if the weight's correct? Never. At least I don't do it. I just pretty much have put trust in Walmart that they're gonna take care of me. They're gonna be honest, right? Well, it's not happening, folks. Looks like our meat prices are actually way more expensive than it should be, according to James. So, he dug into this a little more. He didn't just check the chicken. This applies to many different meats across the board, and he even brings it up to management. Let's get into it.
All right, so at Walmart again, this is 3 different Walmarts, 3 different videos, 3 different packages of meat. Once again, I spent about 5 minutes here, found this. This is the Angus prime rib. They're saying this thing weighs 4.64 pounds at $14.87. Whether this is packaged here or not is besides the point. Walmart pays for this, not by the piece and the label. They pay for it by the case price or the pallet price. So if this thing is weighed and it weighs under, that's what they pay at their cost for it. Let's put it on the scale and see. 4.14. When it's weighed and packaged, it's thrown into a case. They weigh it at Walmart by their distribution centers, and they weigh it by the case or they weigh it by the pallet. So if this is thrown there with the label, they're gonna weigh the case and then they're gonna pay for the case price to the weight. Then they're gonna throw this label, which is off, into the shelves, and you're gonna pay for it when you pick it up and you put it in your cart. And I'm thinking it's time to start questioning management. I've been trying to stay on incognito, doing foundational kind of investigating right now. In and out, it's just taking no longer than 5 minutes to find these. I wanted to hit 3 to 5 stores. This is 3 for 3. I think it's time to start questioning what they do about it, what they will do about it, how they try to fix it, if they try to fix it, what type of protocols do they have in place. I'll tell you what they need. They need to stop having all the weights and all the labeling done at the suppliers. They do that so they don't have to hire labor. They need to hire labor. They need to be responsible for everything that comes in their store. They need to label it themselves. They need to put it, they need to check it, and they need to put it out themselves. Let me know what you think. Let me know what else. Give me suggestions. You guys are making great comments. Thank you for making this go viral. Thank you for making awareness. That is the most important thing. This is not gonna stop until we band together and make it stop. Thank you guys.
Okay, so that one wasn't that bad, but what I wanted to do here is I wanted to run some math, right? So this is probably the most conservative one that we've seen that wasn't that far off, but I want to do this also with the next clip because the next one's literally like double the amount. It's insane. What I wanted to do is I wanted to calculate the difference in price of what it would cost when it was actually priced out per pound versus what it cost if it was actually priced out by the actual weight that was weighed on the Walmart scale. All right, so the original weight was 4.64 pounds, and then it was 14.87 per pound. So we're gonna multiply that by 14.87, giving us a total of $68.99, how they came up with the $69 price that was on the price tag. But when he weighed it, it weighed 4.14 pounds. So if we do the math on that, 4.14 times the 14.87 per pound, that's $61.56. We subtract that by $69. That's a difference in price of $7.50. $7.44 to be exact. Again, not a huge difference, but as we all know with our grocery bills, every time we hit the grocery store, this stuff adds up. Now, let's watch these next clips because these are even worse.
All right, back at Walmart again. This is my fourth trip to Walmart. I'm at one of the same ones I was at before. I'm gonna keep it in real time and we're gonna look. Look, I'll tell you right now, that's not 4.94 pounds. See how easy it is? So this is the second time with Kentucky Legend. This is the same Walmart that I found the other Kentucky Legend in for $25. That's how, look at this one. There's another one. There's another one. There's two. Because I mean, it's that easy. I know that doesn't weigh that. I found two in 20 seconds. Do you think that one weighs 5.4? So that's 3 in 30 seconds. Let's take it to the produce scale and weigh it. Let's see what they weigh. This is crazy. This is insane. All right, first, let's see if the scale's correct. There's a 2-pound weight from Sporting Goods. Scale's over by 0.02. All right, let's weigh these one by one. 4.93, 1.83. Come on now. Another one. 4.93, 1. .83. Go ahead.
8 pounds, and he weighed 1 times the 4.98 price per pound. It's $8.05, guys. $8.05 versus, what did I say, $23? It's a $15 difference. Now, my only thought process here is whenever he mentioned about weighing it on the pallets that came in, do they do an overall, weight on that ham, and then that's how they distribute it. But then he also mentioned that it's already priced pre-packaged, or it's priced before it hits the shelves, not in Walmart. Again, I'm not super familiar with this, but just seeing this, I was kind of shocked at the difference of these prices, especially this ham. I mean, we're talking over double the amount of what the actual price should be if we're looking at the label on the price. But I'm also shocked at like how this hasn't been caught yet. That's the other crazy part, right? How this hasn't been brought up. Let's continue to watch. He actually talks to management, so let's see what happens here.
I think I have enough. It's time to go see management. Let's see what they have to say about it. That's ridiculous. You know those are walking out the door. People are throwing them in their cart and they're walking out the door with them. And Walmart is paying the weight price on those. But they're actually weighing what I just weighed back there. That's what Walmart's paying for. So Walmart is profiting off of these. Well, one thing we know for sure, there's definitely a problem with Kentucky Legend. They'd be the next place to investigate. I mean, that's absolutely insane. Why aren't they checking them? They are responsible for that. They are responsible for it. Why do I have to come in here and be the controls? I can't believe I found 6, 7, or 8 in 30 seconds. You gonna try this one? So what does that one weigh? Oh, you scanned it. Yeah, 2.32 pounds. But look, this says 5.41, and then they're charging people $4.98 a pound. That's over double, right? That's one.
The worker's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, dude.
What's that one? This one weighs 185. Look, and it says 4.94.
Invitation to come here.
I appreciate it.
And then he's the best person you can.
Okay.
So that's crazy, and when the actual management comes in, but I wanted to mention here that on some of these comments, I was trying to read through and see if there was something going on, right? I wanted to at least see if someone from corporate or, you know, someone who works there, and even the workers of Walmart were like, I never even thought to check this. They didn't. They're like, now that I know when I see this meat come through, I'm checking the price when I'm checking people out. The problem is now most times you go into Walmart, it's self-checkout, but if you go to self-checkout, check the weight. Check the weight versus the price and see if you're getting robbed. Right? Let's see if it's actually what it says it is, price per pound versus the weight of the, because like when you weigh your vegetables, that's how it is, or you weigh, you know, your fruits or whatever you're getting, usually it should check out, right? Now when I go to Walmart, you bet your sweet, you know what, I'm gonna place my meat on the scale and I want to weigh it, and if it doesn't correctly add up, I'm gonna be like, hey, why is this weighing, you know, half the amount that it says it is on the label, and it should be literally, you know, more than half of what it costs. This is crazy. It was nuts when I saw this.
And this, we don't even weigh anything
Here,
anymore.
so yeah, the
All
manufacturer
we do
weighs
is,
it.
yeah, even our
But aren't you
hamburger and all that, I haven't heard anything about it.
So you guys have in place here to make sure this doesn't happen
Well, I'm
again.
gonna send it up to our home office so
Okay.
they can contact
Like
whoever.
do you have training procedures for people who put meat out? Like, do they 30 seconds? I found that.
Yeah.
Walmart paid
I don't know.
the real weight price because
I don't know.
they pay by the case weight or the case pallet, not by the label.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know how they, I mean.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they'll weigh the case, and whatever the case weighs, despite what the labels say. So if those all went out the door, Walmart would have profited like a few $100s just off those 6 hams, or 7, 8, whatever I have there, right?
Yeah, sorry about that.
All right. Well,